Before we begin with breaking news, the man who attempted to assassinate President Trump at a Florida golf course last year tried to stab himself in the neck with a pin after being convicted late this afternoon.
News 15's Ryan Hansen has a look at the jury's guilty verdict and reaction.
Deliberating just over 2 hours, the jury unanimously found Ryan Routh guilty on all 5 charges. That was followed by dramatic moments, Routh apparently trying to stab himself in the neck with a pen before being restrained by U.S. Marshals.
A Florida jury finding Ryan Routh guilty of trying to kill President Trump at his golf course last year. The trial lasted just over 2 weeks. And now Routh has been convicted on 5 federal charges, including attempting to assassinate a major presidential candidate and assaulting a federal officer. During closing arguments, prosecutors told jurors there's no doubt it was Routh who was camped out at the golf course with a rifle. Quote, evidence has shown one thing and one thing only. The defendant wanted Donald Trump dead. They say he excessively stalked Trump's location and wrote a rap song about killing the then presidential candidate with a sniper rifle after he was arrested by the FBI.
The narrative here is really tight. They presented it in a very compelling way.
Routh, who has been representing himself, made a series of unusual requests throughout the trial, including challenging President Trump to a, quote, beatdown session. He spent the majority of his closing arguments trying to prove there was no intent to kill because a gun was never fired.
I do think we're going to see appeals here in terms of Mr. Routh's ability to represent himself, although he made that choice.
On top of those federal charges, Routh is also facing state charges of terrorism and attempted murder. In Fort Pierce, Florida, Connor Hansen, News 15.